Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a fun bonus video. I had a Q&A video open and you guys asked me a bunch of your questions and the majority of them were the law of attraction questions. So I'm just going to be doing a law of attraction most common questions. I'm not going to read all of the questions out loud because they were kind of long and lengthy, but they all are going to be answered in this video. A lot of them have some of the same common themes, so I just kind of grouped those together. I came up with, let's see, 14 questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into the questions so this video won't be too long. Okay, so the first question was how to detach from a manifestation and still manifest things. A lot of the times when you ask for something, you're not supposed to obsess over it because it does bring negative feelings such as fear and stress and anxiety. So the question was like, how do you still manifest something when you detach it? Sorry, the lighting is insane right now, so I might be adjusting the lighting if you. So the first question was about detaching and still being able to manifest your dreams. Something that I do is I'll write a journal entry. I'll write down, you know, what I'm feeling when I do manifest what I'm trying to manifest, how I'm going to be feeling, what I'm going to be doing, when I'm going to manifest it, just a whole journal entry like, oh, I got the blah, blah, blah that I had. I'm feeling blah, blah, blah. That's just kind of what I do. And then kind of put it away. They're usually on my notes section on my phone. And I'll just like kind of, honestly, I don't really open them again until a few months later. And then I just trust the universe that I have it. I kind of let go of it. I know that I'm already getting it. And I kind of hold on to the feelings that I had writing the journal. So that's just something that I do. I think that will definitely help you a lot. So the second question was changing your physical body. How do you use the law of attraction to change your physical appearance? That's not something that I personally like to do, just because I believe that like the body I was given is like the body that I take care of and nourish. I treat my body kind of like a manifestation. Your body is a manifestation of what your thoughts are. So when you look at your body, you need to look at it in a positive light, associate positive things with your body, focus on the things that you're grateful for and the things that you love. Like, for example, I really like my eyes, so I really focal point and, you know, be thankful for the eyes that I was given. I love my hair, I love my body. You know, you're supposed to love and nourish your body. So some tips that I have is to just be grateful for the body that you do have. Focus on the things that you love about your body. If there is something that you don't necessarily like about your body, associate a positive thought with that thing. So if you don't like your hair, what has your hair given you? Has it given you confidence in being able to rock a natural hair? Has it given you bullies and you were able to overcome those bullies and those fears? So be grateful for what you have. If you have a negative connotation on some body part or body image that you are associating with, you're going to be showing that because you're constantly thinking all these negative thoughts about your body. So if you just focus on the positive, be grateful for the body that you have, you will see a result and you will be like igniting light and energy, and in turn your body is created as a manifestation. So the third question I had was about visualizations. Somebody asked me if I like visualize myself in a point of view of like living the life that I want or the things that I'm trying to attract, or if I look at it like a movie. And honestly, I'll do kind of both. When I think about my life, I just kind of think about it both ways, honestly, and whatever way works best for you. That's kind of a really interesting question that I never really thought about, but yeah, I just kind of do both. Another question that lady had was, how do you live life through like friends and family? When you believe something, are you supposed to just blatantly lie about it? Like if you want to manifest a house and you say, oh yeah, I have a house, because you already have it in the future, but you're just like not, you're kind of lying per se is what she said. So the thing that I do with this is that I don't manifest a specific object or thing. Focus on the feelings that you're getting and what you're attracting when you do get the thing that you want. So if you want a house, if you want a car, if you want a kid, what are those things bringing to you emotionally? How do you feel when you have that? And attract and manifest the feelings that come with that, rather than saying I have a house or I have this. So imagine yourself with a house or with a kid or whatever, and live the way that you would live if you had those. Because if you think that you're constantly lying to somebody, you're thinking that you don't have it and the lack of it. So if you're telling someone I have a house and you're like, oh, well, that was a lie, well, then you're not attracting the house. You just said that you didn't have a house. So if it doesn't feel natural and you don't believe it, don't say it. Something that you can do is to visualize yourself with that thing and then act as if you already have it with the feelings that you are attracting when you do get that item. The fourth question, I had 2 questions. Actually, I had like 5 questions about this. One of the questions was like, how do you manifest higher grades or like pass a test? How do you manifest the lottery? How do you manifest love? All these different things. And I'm just gonna go back to the last question. Don't focus on things such as winning the lottery or getting higher grades or love. Focus on what you're going to be feeling and what you're getting out of that. So when you do attract love, like imagine yourself with the love of your life. Imagine yourself passing that test. What is it bringing to you that you want it so bad? And focus on those feelings. Hold on to those feelings and live like you already have it based on those feelings. If you want to lose weight and you feel confident and sexy, live like that, like now, because you will attract it more quickly rather than focusing on weight. It just kind of takes the pressure off focusing on a specific item or thing. What is your ultimate goal when attracting those things? What's the end result? Not attracting the actual object of the thing that you're trying to attract. What is the feelings? What's the goal? What are you getting out of this? If it makes you feel more confident, if like you're trying to get better grades to get into a school, like a university, okay, what is that university gonna bring you? Oh, it's gonna bring me money. Okay, well, what is that money gonna bring you? Kind of go through like the steps of what you're attracting and get to that main core concept of what is the feeling that you're going to get once you attain all of these things that will lead you to wherever you're trying to go. I'm so sorry, this light is horrible. Okay, so the 5th question I have is insecurities about myself. Everyone has insecurities. There's always something that you feel insecure about. The key is to recognize what you're feeling insecure about. Why are you feeling insecure about this specific thing? Accept it, figure it out, and then release it and figure out a way to make it positive. That's kind of what I do when I have, oh my gosh. I am so sorry about this lighting, but that's just what I do when I have insecurities or a negative thought about myself in general. Another thing that I do is I'm very grateful for my life and I just try to remain positive. If there's something that's really on your mind that you really can't seem to get a hold of, I would just really focus on inner peace, whether that's through yoga, meditation, going to the beach, you know, doing something that's good for you and that will bring you happiness. Something that I actually had recently was that in my yoga class, we did the whole yoga practice and we focused on ghosts of ourselves, like what is like something that you truly know that you have a problem with, whether that's jealousy or being impatient. Like we really dug deep into like the core ground in our soul of like what we just like really, we knew we had a problem with, but it was really hard to admit to ourselves. And at the end, we focused on what do we bring to other people, whether that's making people laugh, me teaching you law of attraction through YouTube, you know, what is something that you bring to somebody else? The doorman smile because you said thank you or hello, like focus on that. And then we focused on those key things towards the end of the yoga class, and those things kind of completely outweighed the negatives. So the goal of the yoga class was just to focus on the positive. Like, yes, there's going to be negative things in life, but the positive completely outweighs the negative. Somebody else asked me about how the law of attraction isn't working for them, if it's not for everybody. The thing is, a lot of people have mistakes that they make throughout the law of attraction, which I actually had a video of last week that I will leave linked down below that you can watch. There's a whole video about it. I'm pretty sure it's like a long one too. So you can watch that. Some of the things that I mentioned in there is just, you know, how to believe and how to be positive and how to reach your big goals, even though it seems a little bit far-fetched. So go ahead and go over to that video. That's kind of a lot for this video, but yeah, I'll just leave it linked down below. Somebody asked me about deadlines and having a law of attraction manifestation with a deadline. So what I think of when I think of deadlines, bear with me here. Something that I think of when I think of deadlines is fear, stress, anxiety. Deadlines to me bring like anxiety and just like stress on a whole nother level and pressure. So what I do is that if I have a deadline, I try not to focus so much on the deadline itself. I tend to focus on trusting the universe that it's going to happen for me, and that you're living right now without that thing that you have to do by a certain deadline. So life is good no matter what, whether you make the deadline, whether you don't. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna live, and life is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So don't focus so much on the deadline, whereas you need to focus more on trusting. Don't focus so much on like needing to get it done. Just flow, trust, and know that no matter what, life is always going to be good. Something that you can do to focus on while you're in the process of getting to that deadline is not focusing so much on the how, trying to figure out how you're going to do it and how you're going to do this. That's not something that you need to do. What you need to focus on is the actually doing part. The how will come through the universe. Don't necessarily focus on the deadline is basically where I'm getting at. Somebody asked me, this is completely not a law of attraction question, but somebody asked me what camera I used. The Sony 5100 for my vlogging, and now I'm filming right now on the Canon T6i, so that's just tossing that in there because I want to answer all the questions. Like, I feel bad for the people that ask questions that weren't law of attraction, so yeah. Somebody else asked me how to visualize more quickly. Oh, somebody asked me about if you visualize yourself with one thing for 5 minutes versus if you visualize yourself for an hour, which to me, the law of attraction is not only visualizing, like that's a part of it, but that's not all of what it is. There's so much more that goes into it. The belief process is definitely a big thing. So if you are the type of person to keep visualizing yourself to actually believe in it, that could work for you. Sometimes people believe in it through meditation. Sometimes people tend to believe it by actually taking action and doing things. So it just, whatever works best for you and whatever gets you to believe it more quickly and live a positive and happy life and be more grateful. You don't want to do things that are stressing you out. If visualizing is really stressful for you and you tend to not be grateful and you get negative feelings when you visualize, that might not necessarily work for you. So it's just a whole bunch of things that you can do for the law of attraction. So you don't necessarily have to visualize like for hours on end. That's not going to bring you what you want if you don't believe it. You just need to trust. Don't obsess too much, and just follow some of the steps that I have throughout these videos that I make, and I'm telling you, you'll get it. Somebody asked me how to deal with negative people, like negative energy. Something that I do is that I've had a problem with this. Sometimes I tend to look at people like, oh my God, they bring me down, like they're so negative, like I can't even be in the same room with them. But then you're focusing on other people rather than focusing on yourself. What people do with their life is what they do with their life. That's their life, their energy. Their energy is not going to affect you if you have a higher energy. If you're not focusing on other people's energies or other people's negativity, and you're focusing on yourselves, you can attract that negative energy. Another thing that you can do is find something positive about that person. If there has to be at least 3 positive things about that person. Change your thoughts and your feelings, because when you think negative about other people, that's a low vibration on you because you're thinking negative thoughts about this person. So try to focus on what the positive is for them. Help them. Ask them if they're in a mood and they're venting to you and you don't like it. Ask them, what are 3 things that you're grateful for? And I'm telling you, that changes everyone's mood. If you just say 3 things that you're grateful for right now, right here, that will change someone's mood in an instant. So help them out. Another thing is that what you see in other people is a reflection on how you feel about yourself. So if you're jealous or you're looking at somebody like they're not adequate enough and they don't have the same energy as you, or they have this better life and you don't like them, or you're jealous, or whatever the case may be, that's a reflection on who you are as a person and how you feel about yourself, because you're throwing your insecurities out and kind of blaming your insecurities through another person and a negative thought about somebody else. So if you are having these really negative feelings about people, why does that bug you? Why is that frustrating you? And get down to the core concept of why that's happening and fix that issue with yourself, and you will not look at other people the way that you looked at them before. Okay, so the next question is, so somebody asked me they were too tired. How can you believe in make sure that whatever you're trying to manifest is going to happen. Something that I always say is trust the universe, and the belief process is a bit tricky to kind of wrap your head around. So what I always say is that if you have a goal in mind and you can't physically think of yourself believing in this manifestation, break it down into goals. So, and then manifest those smaller goals that lead up to the bigger goal. All of these goals will help you believe in getting that a bit more quicker. Break it down, trust the universe, and start small. Don't start so big. And a lot of people give me hate for this, but I'm just helping you guys to be able to believe and manifest bigger things in life. A lot of the times people can't believe a certain thing if it's too big or out of reach because of past experiences that they've had. So the more they gradually work up towards it and manifest smaller things, the more that their belief brain or whatever the case, I don't know. I think of a belief like a muscle that I need to work on, and like the more I accomplish with it, the more I'll be able to believe like bigger and better things. And I'm not telling you guys not to manifest your big dreams, just break it down into smaller goals so it seems less so far-fetched. Oh, and then she said she was too tired because she's been like thinking about it a lot, and that's actually a mistake that you can make, is obsessing and causing stress and anxiety when you think about these manifestations, or you're trying too much. You don't have to try with the law of attraction. You literally just ask for it, believe that you have it, live like you already have it, the feeling that you get when you have it, and then just to trust and not worry or stress. So if the law of attraction is making you too tired and you're stressing and you're like way like stressing and you have way too much anxiety, you're not doing it correctly. Head on over to my law of attraction mistakes video, and hopefully that will help. Somebody asked me what my favorite manifestation was. My favorite thing that the law of attraction has brought to me is positivity. I tended to kind of focus on the negative things in life before I found out about the law of attraction, and now I tend to focus more on the positive. I love life. I think life is amazing. I didn't necessarily think that life was fair or fun or whatever before, so it definitely has helped me, and that was my favorite manifestation that I've ever brought, was loving life and being positive. Somebody asked me what my main techniques were for manifesting. My main techniques that have helped me get things way quicker and way faster is gratitude and being in the present. So like, not only am I grateful for what I'm getting in the future, but I am grateful for everything in life, now, future, past, anything like that. Gratitude has helped me so much in life. Another thing that I do for manifesting certain things that I've recognized has helped me tremendously, I tend to get it, I've actually got it every single time, was my journal entries. When I write them in my notes section on my phone, I'll write down, you know, what I'm manifesting, when I get it, how I feel, and then I hold on to those feelings, and that has always worked for me, and I always get my manifestation by that date. And another thing is just being positive. When I change my negative thoughts, when I am negative, I tend to recognize it now more frequently, and I can change it fairly quickly. I do have bad days, everyone does, but when I'm positive and more upbeat, I tend to manifest things way more quickly. So those are my 3 top, you know, main techniques that I use for the law of attraction. And then the last question, it wasn't a question, this person told me I was glowing, and I just wanted to say thank you, and you're glowing too. So thank you guys so much for asking these questions. I've learned so much through all these questions, things that I didn't know before. So I really like this law of attraction question thing. So if you guys want to ask more on this video, go ahead and maybe we can do like a part 2 of this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you made it to this part of the video. Thank you guys for making it to this part of the video. This is kind of a long video, but I enjoyed filming it, and I just hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Bye guys. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 signs that the law of attraction is working for you.